paranoia, thinking someone is out to get them, control, such as believing their thoughts are being controlled by aliens, or in voice, thinking they are a famous or important figure like George Washington, or that they possess some strange ability like being able to fly. The next symptom, hallucinations, are perceptions of the environment that aren't really there. The most common type of hallucinations schizophrenics experience are auditory. They hear voices. Visual hallucinations, such as seeing lights, objects, or faces, are also common. Hallucinations can also include smelling non-existent smells or feeling things that aren't really there, like bugs crawling on the skin. Another symptom is disorganized thinking that is usually exhibited by disjointed speech or a very small amount of speaking in general. The fourth, called negative symptoms, constitute a lack of normal behavior and may include withdrawal from social activity and a lack of emotion, energy, or motivation. The final symptom, catatonia, is characterized by the patient becoming fixed in a certain position for an extended period of time. Schizophrenics experience these symptoms in different ways and to different degrees. For this reason, psychologists classify schizophrenia into 5 subtypes, defined by Dr. Michael Bingston on PsychCentral.com. The first and most common subtype is paranoid schizophrenia, which is characterized by strong, often threatening delusions and hallucinations. Paranoids are usually the ones who may carry on conversations with people who aren't really there, or delude themselves into thinking bizarre things, such as that the CIA can read and influence their thoughts. The next subtype is disorganized schizophrenia, which is associated with disorganized thought processes, usually leading to ineffective communication and incomprehensible speech. Disorganized schizophrenics also often experience emotional changes. They either become emotionally unstable, unable to control their emotions, or emotionally flat, exhibiting a lack of emotion. Also, their disorganized thinking can cause an inability to perform activities such as dressing or bathing. The third subtype is catatonic schizophrenia. Catatonics exhibit odd changes in movement. They experience catatonic stupor, a dramatic reduction or total stoppage of movement, or they may experience catatonic excitement, a dramatic increase in activity. Catatonic schizophrenics usually display the symptom of catatonia discussed earlier. They often freeze in a certain position and strongly resist attempts to move them. Schizophrenics in the undifferentiated subtype exhibit symptoms in a way that does not line up with any of the 3 main subtypes. Their symptoms may be unformed, may fluctuate, or simply not fit into the paranoid, disorganized, or catatonic categories. The final subtype, residual schizophrenia, is experienced by patients whose symptoms are still vaguely present but are no longer as strong. Though the symptoms and main classifications of schizophrenia are well known and easily identifiable, the causes remain mostly unknown. Most psychologists believe that multiple factors contribute to its development. Genetic factors, such as mutated genes, most likely play some factor. However, the fact that identical twins who share the same genes usually don't develop schizophrenia together suggests that some other factor besides genetics plays a role in its development. Environmental factors such as stress or illnesses or trauma experienced at a young age are believed to be linked to the development of schizophrenia. Another cause may be an oversupply of the neurotransmitter dopamine, a chemical messenger that influences movement, learning, attention, and emotion. An oversupply of dopamine would explain why catatonic schizophrenics experience dramatic changes in their movement, why disorganized schizophrenics have trouble maintaining focus and controlling their emotions, and why paranoid schizophrenics experience the emotion of paranoia so strongly. An oversupply of the neurotransmitter serotonin, which is linked to a mood and arousal, is also believed to be linked to schizophrenia. The main way that schizophrenia is treated today is through antipsychotic medications. There are many different antipsychotics, and certain of them work better for treating different symptoms. Many block dopamine and serotonin, others control things such as anxiety. Most schizophrenics enter counseling in addition to taking antipsychotics to help them cope with the effects schizophrenia has had on their lives. Though antipsychotic medications diminish the symptoms and counseling helps schizophrenics cope with the effects, one day we will live in a world where no one has